Belle, how are things out there?
Shifu, you're awake. Are you feeling better? Don't worry about it. Just focus on resting for now.
That won't be necessary. I'm mostly recovered. Don't dodge my question, Belle. What's happening? The Exaltists are still trying to manipulate the workers, aren't they?
Yeah. We shut down one of their hideouts in the Hollow, but it looks like they still have people elsewhere. Dr. Lore was lost to the miasma, but someone higher up, a so-called overseer, was behind him the whole time. The protest against Tops will be starting soon. I'm just worried they'll trick even more people into gathering in the Hollow, only to sacrifice them as part of their ritual.
From the look on your face, that's not the whole story, is it? No need to hold back. Speak your mind.
Dr. Lore said their overseer knows about Yunquei Summit. He even mentioned the time Yunquei Summit nearly lost everyone trying to save people during the fall of the old capital. And he said a lot of people know what alleviating water does to them, but they keep taking it just to relive their past. He said trying to stop the ritual is pointless, that we'd just be repeating our past mistakes all over again. Shifu, don't let it get to you. What Dr. Lore said was nonsense. He even walked into the miasma and let himself get corrupted. He had completely lost his mind.
That's enough. Yunquei Summit sacrificed an entire generation of disciples to save those in the disaster, but we failed to care for them afterward. And that failure led us here. We mishandled it. It was a mistake on our part. Belle, do you remember what I told you before? About the former High Preceptor YIJIANG, my sister?
I remember.
My sister and I grew up as orphans on the streets, begging and digging through trash to survive. But even in the most difficult of times, we never left each other behind. We'd promised we'd live a good life someday and see the world together. But after we joined Yunquei Summit, everything changed. It was all because of the Qingming Sword.
The Qingming Sword? What's that?
It's Yunquei Summit's most prized relic, a blade that grants its wielder the ability of a void hunter for a short duration. Some gifted wielders can even push past that limit briefly. Every High Preceptor receives the sword as a symbol of their position.
There's something that powerful? I'm sure it must come with a cost.
You're right. It comes with severe side effects. Wielding it for too long will strip away your memories and your senses, and in the end, your life itself. That's how my Shifu died, overusing the sword during a dangerous mission.
Losing your senses and memories? That's a high price to pay.
When YIJIANG became High Preceptor and received that sword, we made a promise that we wouldn't make the same mistake. That's why she and I began researching techniques based on the Qingming Sword to suppress its side effects. She became busier with her duties as High Preceptor, but every rune, every line in this talisman, we drew them together. She told me, as long as the Qingming bird is by my side, it's like she's with me too. She also promised that she would never act like our Shifu. She wouldn't sacrifice herself in exchange for the lives of others. However, when the old capital fell, she broke that promise. When the old capital fell, she pushed herself past the brink, fighting with everything she had to protect the people of Eridu. By the time I reached her, she had exhausted every bit of energy in her. Yet, she still wielded her sword to save those in distress, until her very last breath. I could only stand there and watch her die right in front of me. After the wielder dies, the sword's power goes berserk and affects everything in its vicinity. My last memory of her, she turned to me with a vacant look in her eyes and asked, "Who are you?" My sister had completely forgotten me.
I'm so sorry.
When I was consumed by the miasma, I kept reliving that moment again and again. In my memories, she was always staring at me with that empty look in her eyes and muttering that same question, asking who I was. My sister said something to me in her final moments, but I was hit by the Qingming sword's power surge. I can't remember what she said. Sometimes, I really wish I knew what she said to me, and I'll never know if she felt any regret before she passed. What she did broke my heart. It was devastating. She abandoned me only to meet a dark and tragic end. Was it really worth it? But then, when I recently returned to Waifei Peninsula, I saw them. The people my sister had saved. They're struggling, barely scraping by, but despite their hardships, I saw smiles and hope on their faces. This hope, it came from her. She gave everything to make it possible. I still don't understand why she abandoned me and broke our promise. But now, I know one thing. I can't let down the people she saved. I won't let her sacrifice go to waste.
Do you mean?
Gather everyone and have them meet me at the entrance of Suibian Temple. It's time to put an end to this.